Hi there, I'm Michael Cohn from Advanced Tubular Technologies. I'm the lead developer for VTube-LASER software that measures and qualifies tube shapes and automatically corrects tube bending machines and does some other nice things too, just for tube fabricators. Now, I've got a customer that sent me this print on the screen, and they said, how do I qualify or measure the angle of the port relative to the bend plane? So you can see they've got a single bend tube. I mean, that was the easiest tube of all to measure, right? But now they want to get to that port angle relative to that first bend. So it's really easy because you just treat the port like a tube straight, and then you can get to the angle, the rotation angle between the port itself and the first bend. Quite often, these threaded fittings are cylinders, even inside the thread region. You just turn the laser off and you use the ball probe to measure these as a straight. So let me just show you how that works here. I'm going to show you that I've got this section of the tube already scanned, and now I'm going to go into assembly, and I'm going to add the selected tube to the end so that we don't disturb the master tube itself. So this is the port angle. This is going to be the measured value here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn all these on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure process, quick start. Got a good scan there. Scan here. Now instead of scanning this section, I'm going to scan that section, but you'll know if you're a VTube-LASER user that you can't scan this thread with a laser and get a good cylinder easily unless you open the tolerances up. But we don't need to do that. What we can do is we can go into laser, tab here, turn the laser off and use the ball probe inside the thread itself. Make sure that you take 6 points inside the thread, anywhere in the thread. Just make sure you're firmly seated and just go around 3 points at the bottom section and 3 points at the top section. And then press the accept button. And now it says to scan the end. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish and build. Now we don't need to align it because we're not trying to, at this point, align this and this, are we? We don't need to qualify that way. So we're just trying to get to that port angle relative to the bend plane, and you can see it right here. Let me just make this look more realistic. We're in the measured tube here. Let's just set this radius really small. We've got an angle there, negative 84.3 degrees. And let me just hold this up to the camera so you can see that it does indeed have an angle there. So relative to this bend plane. So that's how I would do that. I mean, if you want to get to the angle quickly, just use it that way. Treat this threaded section as a straight. You don't even need to put a port on it. Just measure it with a ball probe. Make sure the ball sits inside the threads. It doesn't matter if you're going around the helix and going up. Just take 3 points down here, 3 points up here, form a cylinder. Doesn't matter what the diameter is. We just get a nice strong vector, and then you've got yourself that angle, which of course you see in the LRA data of the measured tube. So that's how you handle something like this. It's really simple. I mean, it's just there are many ways to do this besides, attaching a custom port here or an adapter. We don't need to do that. Just measure around the thread like it's straight. If you have any questions about what you've seen here in this video, please feel free to email me or any of our technicians at support@advancedtubular.com. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day.